next thing I know, I hear my heartbeat. Basically, I was overdosing.
It's J to the A to the Y to the N to the A. It's J to the A to the Y to the D to the A. What's poppin', JT gang? Oh, and today we are going to church, and guess who's preaching? Guess who is preaching, y'all? Period. My Padre is preaching. Look, don't we look like flight attendants? That's alright though. Y'all, I'm gonna prank my godmom. So our godmom's taking us to church, so I'm about to do a quick little prank. I'm gonna tell her I got my nose pierced, but it's fake. Alright y'all, so my godmom's on her way. My mom and dad were in there for, we're going to service 3. It's 11:42 and it's been 2 services so far, and we're about to go to the 3rd one with my godparents. She's about to be so mad at me. Hey guys, I'm vlogging today.
You want to put them in the house? No. Don't leave them in the car.
I promise I won't. Hey Uncle Warren, hey Uncle Quinn.
Hi.
Say hi. Uncle Quinn, do you notice anything new about me?
Yeah, you got a boogie hanging out your nose.
What? Nuh-uh. I got my nose pierced.
Once again, you got a booger hanging out your nose.
I got a boogie?
Yeah.
It's the black, it's the silver thing. That's just the piece.
The whole thing.
Let me see. It's so cute. Hey y'all, so we in the car. This is my godparents. That's my Uncle Warren. And that's my Aunt Quinn. Look, just gorgeous. Jakey, say what's up. Look, he got a basketball uniform on. He just got done his game.
Okay, the next time.
Look at the fit. Okay. What? Oh. Uncle Warren, pose with her. Period.
No, we can't pose with her.
Why?
Taboo.
My Uncle Warren cracks me up. He's like, no, I can't pose with her. So we're at church. I'm hangry.
This is what I gotta make this do.
My baby.
I got
Hey.
everything I need to make the breastplate and everything. It costs
Look at the pastor.
Hey, babes. Look at this one.
Hi,
How
Grandma.
you doing, baby?
Good.
Hey, babes.
Hey, Grandma.
All right.
Hi, Mommy. Guys, say a message. What you got to say?
Hey, listen, man.
I asked
Get ready. It's time to be a fighter. Love y'all.
Period.
Period. Oh.
Oh, look at her hair, y'all. I did that. Ew. Oh, hello. Hey, Grandma. Oh, you're so
So take that nice, good smile and the lovely clothes that you're wearing and share them.
to announce the chocolate in my eggs. The fudge in my brownies. He is an amazing man of God. I'm gonna just get out the way. It was different in the first, it was different in the second, and I just can't even imagine what's gonna happen in the third. I'm just so excited. So I'm gonna introduce him, Miss Chocolate Thunder, to me. To y'all, it's Elder Ron Johnson.
Around my ear, maybe it was exciting or something, and it didn't go away. And now I started stumbling a little, my equilibrium was off. And I started feeling funny. Now, I don't claim this, but I fight the good fight of faith when it comes to claustrophobia. If you put me in a small space, I turn into the Green Man. You understand what I'm saying? Right? So, I'm sitting there, I'm going through it, and I'm trying to clean out my ear, and I'm like, this is not good. So it's like 2 in the morning, I tap my wife, like, hey, we need to go to the hospital. Go to the emergency room, they do all these tests, all this stuff. They say you probably have something called tinea, fluid behind the ear, this, that, and the third. It's got to run its course. And she talked about hers. Made me feel a little bit okay, but it just didn't feel right. Now I feel like I'm underwater. So all of my nose and everything here is congested. Everything, this ear is acting funny, and I had no feeling in my face. So I'm like, I couldn't even hear this. I couldn't. I'm like, nah, this ain't right. I'm like, something's wrong. So fast forward. It's the 15th, I have an ear, nose, and throat doctor appointment. Go into the ear, nose, and throat doctor, they check out my ears, they do a hearing test. I'm in the room, I had to tell the lady, I get green in these small rooms, can you open the door? She's laughing, trying to be calm, but I'm very nervous because the room that they test your ear in is this big. Okay, I'm not the biggest guy in the room, but it's very small. So she's like, I got you, she worked with me, she's kind, she tests my ear, she sees. Now at this point, I hear a little something. And I'm thinking, and if anybody ever took an ear test, you know I was weird, like you think you hear something, but you don't. Like I hear it, but I don't want to lie because there's something wrong with my ear, I need to fix it, right? I heard that too. So I was turning my ear this way so I didn't see it when she was pressing it, my eyes saw her press the button, right? And I was like, when she tested this ear, I was like, I'm not gonna hear that in the other ear, right? So she tested it and I heard some things. So it already was trying to get better a little bit, and I heard something. She said, you don't need a hearing aid. I was like, hearing aid? I didn't know I was here for a hearing aid. So now I'm nervous again. Now fear's trying to go me. So I go inside, I sit down, talk to the guy, talk to the main doctor. He checks my ears and everything. And he said, well, your hearing dropped in one ear. And he gave me this percentage. And I said, I know, man, I can't hear. I know it dropped. Something's wrong. He was like, well, you're not as young as you used to be. And when you get old, I said, I'm 43 years old, man. What you talking about? You're like, when you get 80. I was that. So I gave him, this is called the dark skin face. So I kept giving him the dark skin face, and in my mind, I didn't want to get super spiritual because I know I could be a bit much on people when they see me. So I'm sitting there, and he's talking all cavalier, and I'm like, nah, I guess my urgency ain't his. And he starts talking and saying different things like, well, your hearing, it's changing, you're getting older, it's probably not going to come back, we do some things. He said, right? Yeah, he's talking about problems. So every time he says something, my mom's like, not so, I cast that down. Don't believe that, not me. I kept saying that. In my head, I was saying all this because I didn't want to freak him out yet. And then when he said, so you gonna come back in 3 months, he said, but I'm telling you, I'm looking in your ears and I see nothing wrong. Okay. And I'm like, but I can't hear. He said, I know. He said, so a virus probably hit your ear. We're gonna give you, now already when I was in the hospital, took steroids. So we're gonna give you another dose. Those is whack. He said, those is weak. We're gonna give you a stronger dose for 2.5 weeks. Right. So I'm like, I said, yo, steroids shoot your sugar up, everything going there. He's like, well, you monitor it according to where you feel comfortable. That's how you want to say it? Like that with your face? He's like, okay, cool. So now he's putting all this on me. And then he says, you come back in 3 months, and this is what he left with. He said, if your hearing comes back, then you're lucky. If not, then we'll move forward. And when he said that, I was like, no, bless, my hearing's coming back. So now I open my mouth and I said something. So this is where it all began for me. I'm a singer, I teach, I do audio, I do video, I talk, I need my ears, I need to hear. God, you know this. And it's such a struggle. If anybody ever been in a pool and got your ears clogged, it is the craziest feeling. Even right now as I stand before you, though it's not what it was and it's getting better and I'm on my way to 100% healing. It is a fight. So then, I said, okay, cool. That was on Friday the 15th. Saturday, I take all this medication trying to keep myself clear because I don't want to get overly congested because I have this stuff, they say you got allergy-induced asthma. I don't want to cause no problems, right? So I'm trying to stay in the natural on my game. So I do what I do, and next minute I know, I take this medicine, and then I run out of allergy medicine, and around that night, I was home worshiping, I'm talking to Bishop, and I was supposed to preach, and I wasn't going to preach, and I said, the enemy's trying to silence me, he's trying to fear me, so I'm going to preach. He said, well, you want to do it? I got it. He said, you going to fight? I said, I'm going to fight. He said, well, then I'm going to fight, you going to fight, you going to fight together. I said, let's get it. He said, let's go. Amen. Right? So, I get off the phone with him. Right when I got off the phone with him, I put my hand on my bed, and the enemy said, remember when you was heavy, and I told you I was going to kill you with a heart attack? And I said, I cast that down, I said, that ain't never fear. So I lay down, I go run to Walmart around 11 o'clock and I go get some Sudafed. Anybody ever had Sudafed? Yeah, the Sudafed's good. When I got Sudafed, took the Sudafed, because of this issue, I can't lay down flat because I feel like I'm drowning. So I've been laying up sleep, so my breast is really bad for the last month or so. So I'm laying up and I start working on the content of this message. And God gives me fear. So he gives me fear. When he gives me fear, the word fear, I'm listening to Kirk Franklin's album, Fear. And Jasmine, when she was home from college, she told me that when you listen with Tia, you can put ear pods in and it'll help with the sounds. You know, because right now, there's a sound ringing in my ear right now as I'm talking, and I have to silence that noise with other thoughts, right? So I put it in, I'm laying there, next thing I know, I hear my heartbeat. And I'm like, wait a minute, I ain't never heard that before. So as I'm sitting there, then I started getting overwhelmed and anxious. It started getting funny, and I heard the Spirit say, get up and check your blood pressure. Went in the bathroom, checked my blood pressure. This is all significant, people. I went and checked my blood pressure. It was 222 over 105. I didn't know then, but I know now that's stroke level. So all I did was like, this is not good. And I ran out to my wife. I'm like a good husband, I'm a punk. Ran right to my wife. Hey, baby, right? My wife's like, what you do? What you take? Drink water. I always keep a gallon of water, and I started drowning the gallon of water, and it just kept going up, Jasmine walks in, and she looks at me, and I see fear in my daughter's eyes, and she sees her dad is concerned, and my wife is trying to chill, and now I'm sitting there saying, I'm a thug. I cannot pass out in front of my daughter, and my wife thugs don't do that, right? And I said it to myself, and I said it out loud, and I started shaking, and I started feeling so overwhelmed. The next thing I know, I look down, and I see my shirt move from my heart. And it was pulling so hard from my neck and my shoulders like I was doing a trap workout. And I'm like, oh Jesus, and I felt like I was about to pass out. And I said, God, I can't pass out. And I put my hands on my chest and I pushed my heart in and I started speaking to my heart. You will calm down in the name of Jesus. I'm going to bless you, God. Sickness and disease, I started speaking for that thing. And as I was speaking, see, some people don't balance it out. Anything that's not balanced is going to tip over. So as I was speaking spiritually, I naturally was getting my shoes on. We got to go to the hospital. So I put on my shoes, I used wisdom, I kept the water. My daughter gave me a song that I was listening to earlier, Anthony Brown, Trust You. You know, and I started listening to it over and over, got to the hospital. Long story short, basically I was overdosing. Because I had all of the steroids. I took one cold allergy earlier, and I took another cold allergy later, and it was too much for my body, so I can't take D. And I said, wow, here we go. It's fight time. It's fight time. Because all of this was dealing with fear and all kinds of stuff in my body. So amen. So I wanted to give that testimony to set up the stage for what we're about to go into. And you fight! And you fight! And you fight! Whether you're here on this side of glory, if you're here on the other side of glory, to be absent from the body and to be present from the Lord.
This girl needs some help today. She has the biggest attitude ever. I think the bun has gotten to her. You think the bun has gotten to her?
Just gonna dig up your nose and let her talk about
What
it.
happened?
Just gonna let her talk. I'll get it, baby. I'll get it. Thank you.
You are rude. What happened to the car? Mommy, Jada was just to the car. She was like, Mommy, look at the car. She's like, what happened?
Y'all stupid.
So we're at Texas Roadhouse. Yes, we live in Texas. That is our new destination. We moved to Texas. It's like, we don't really live in Texas. We live in... Alright. Look what I got. Trying something new. She wanted to win me, of course. How does everything look so far? Do you think okay, guys, so I just got home. And... Hold on. It was such a good day. My dad did a sermon, like y'all see. Put in the comments if y'all liked it. Let me show you. It's time. Messy behind room.